Hello, my name is Elena Bradshaw, and this is a presentation prepared for my Org 515 course, Leadership and Human Potential. I will be addressing a remarkable culture shift in my department and efforts I propose we could take in order to improve morale and change the culture for the better. As this is a large and lengthy task, I would like to address these topics specifically with the measurable goal in mind of improving staff meetings, keeping in mind that this is just a small step in the overall goal of creating a more positive office culture. To give you a little context, here's what is currently. Meetings used to be seen as a forum for us to meet, learn, and discuss pertinent topics, all while enjoying gathering as a team. We used monthly meeting time to celebrate birthdays or other special occasions that were occurring in the office that month. Our meetings began by breaking bread and moments of appreciation for at least one member of the staff. Our conversations were positive and genuine. Only a short time was devoted to the fun and festivities before getting down to business, but it created a lightheartedness and sense of connection that really went a long way, even when our work was very exhausting. Our practice of celebrating during monthly check-ins has dwindled significantly at the request of new leadership. Now, it is not uncommon to attend a meeting where just a couple of people have airtime. Complaints are rehashed endlessly, and ideas for change are often met with defeatist attitudes. This is such a remarkable change from where we began. I know that with work, we can regain our positive meetings and office culture. We can once again create the world we want to live in with intentional, positive conversation while still working respectfully within the preferences of our new leader. I believe the plan I have in mind to work to improve the morale over time, beginning with improvement of our staff meetings, fits perfectly with our department's mission to create positive and caring work environments and an environment conducive to talent attraction and retention. I plan to use action research methods to develop and measure the efficacy of a professional development plan administered at team meetings that aims to improve meeting culture by both validating employees' needs for professional development and growth and providing useful tools that will work to create a more positive energy in the office. A little bit about action research. Action research is an effective tool for professionals to research their own practice with the intent to take action to improve it. Action research is a cyclical practice that involves the following steps: observe, reflect, act, evaluate, modify. A practitioner can tailor their research to the individual needs of their organization, department, or even their own professional development goals, and it focuses on continuous progress. In this situation, I will be the user of action research principles. I have spent the time observing the shift in office dynamics and reflected on the best course of action, strategic professional development offerings during staff meeting times. My actions will include designing and presenting a professional development plan I will be sharing with my team. I will collect data in the form of an employee survey to determine both a baseline for the team as well as evaluate any progress that might be made over time. I will use this data to modify my practice as needed and continue to observe, reflect, act, evaluate as needed. I will share this data with my leadership team and work collaboratively with them to adjust the course of the plan as needed. The professional development model. The largest contributor to discontent among the staff is that the employees are feeling undervalued. There's been a lack of available professional development for human resources staff due to budgetary and travel restrictions in recent years. I believe that introducing both growth mindset and appreciative inquiry as professional development offerings for my team will be morale building and elicit lots of participation. It will also serve to transform staff meetings back into environments of learning and team building rather than simply forums for transmitting information. I plan to request airtime both at staff meetings and at our annual retreat this summer to offer this professional development. As previously mentioned, in order to determine a baseline, I plan to present an employee satisfaction survey during our first staff meeting and send electronically following the session for comparison following implementation. Because I know practices like this can take some time to absorb and adopt, I plan to begin data collection in the form of follow-up employee surveys after the first quarter of implementation and every other month following. Specifically, some of the topics I feel will be best to present in these meetings include growth mindset. We all have the capability to learn and grow both personally and professionally. Research in neuroscience has proven a link between mindsets and achievement. People who have a growth mindset, or a belief that they have the ability to learn and grow, behave differently. Conversely, people who have a fixed mindset believe that things are what they are. You are, quote, good at school, or you're not. Professionally, I see this translate into, quote, I'm not the professional type, or, quote, well, I don't have a fancy degree, so I won't ever be able to move up in the organization. I want to offer this concept to our team in the form of professional development in an effort to reinfuse this energy and idea into the minds of my teammates. Appreciative inquiry. In this instance, some specific components of AI that are most applicable include the 80-20 rule, Stavros and Torres' 5 appreciative inquiry principles, and positive framing. In my mind, appreciative inquiry is a change management tool based in 2 core tenets: positivity and curiosity. It challenges people and organizations to approach people-based situations with recognition for the time, effort, and care that has already been taken, and is a good way to regain the respect and attention of your intended audience, in this case, my colleagues. Stavros and Torres also define positivity as a climate of openness, interest, curiosity, love, caring, and happiness. And research tells us that these positive climates promote, quote, engagement, high performance, employee and customer satisfaction, retention, learning, appropriate risk-taking, and overall effectiveness. The 80-20 rule. Working in education, we embrace a similar rule for how we deal with students who are struggling with behaviors in a method called PBIS, or Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports. So this concept, suggesting that 80% of our interaction should be positive and only 20% negative, is a familiar concept and will be easy to adjust and share with my team as it pertains to us as adults. The Appreciative Inquiry Principles, 5 Rules for Successful Practice. I plan to teach this concept, then invite colleagues to begin utilizing these methods with one another immediately, particularly in meeting settings. While we are very comfortable with one another socially, we are not as quick to correct one another when negative behaviors arise because there's a strong sense of care and family there. I believe that the AI framework and 5 rules for successful practice offer a framework for colleagues to feel more comfortable addressing negativity or destructive conversations from a positive place. Positive framing will offer colleagues a positive, productive way to discuss issues that arise without feeling critical. In order for my plan to be effective, the organization needs to be supportive and allow me to have a significant amount of airtime at meetings for the next several months. They need to participate and be perceived as buying into the ideas of growth mindset and appreciative inquiry. They can do this by encouraging professional development and growth opportunities for employees who are interested in this. This will help with the mission of talent retention, and by practicing AI techniques along with us in meeting environments. I believe that this plan can help bond new leadership and team members with long-standing ones, help employees feel more valued, and make staff meetings enjoyable again. This is a great first step in my quest to improve morale.